brothers, but not by birth. Family, but not by DNA. David and Adam are two of a kind, and they wanna borrow some of your day to talk into your ear holes about midi-chlorians and roller coasters. Those two things are unrelated, but so are they. They're unrelated at birth, like most people who aren't related. Unrelated at birth, but they're brothers in a brotherly way. Now it's time for the phenomenal brother and the golden voice of the South. They're brothers from different mothers, but they're both really proud to be unrelated at birth.
It's been a long time. Should have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two.
Wicked. Tell you what, man, I was out last week.
You were.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
You should
without a dope beat to step two, step two, step two.
That's enough out of you.
Two.
That's enough out of you, Dad.
What would you do to get to me? Okay, anyway. Okay. Human Jukebox.
That's you.
Golden Voice of the South, Dave Adams. All the way to the top of the state of Alabama.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wiki.
The phenomenal brother, Adam Russell.
That's me.
House of Mouse.
Yep.
That's you. How are you, Adam?
I'm good, man. Check this out. You want to hear this?
Yeah,
I am
let's hear
prepared
it.
for our podcast. Listen to this. You hear that?
Are you pouring some...
That is coffee in my
it's
Ember.
not podcast.
Not a sponsor yet, but in my Ember, and that is a fresh French press full of coffee. I am ready to go. That's my podcast juice.
Well, my
What about
podcast juice is, as always, Blanton's.
Fantastic choice, sir.
And who turned you on
That's what
to
makes the magic. That's what makes the magic of the golden voice of the Southeast. The dulcet tones are lubricated with the Blanton's.
Who turned you on to the
person
wonderful
who drinks-
taste of Blanton's?
Yes, but this coffee's going to do tonight.
Well, I'll tell you also, the other not a sponsor on this show
Yes.
is the Magic Candle Company Scent of the Week.
What is your scent?
Well, this week's Scent of the Week is Orleans.
Orleans. Or not.
It is... no, it's Port Orleans. It's
Yeah, I
the
got
Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter.
What does it smell like? What notes does it carry?
I'm getting some notes of New Orleans. It's very
Okay.
no,
describe.
it's the French Quarter, not
It's getting worse. No.
no, it's the good part of New Orleans. It's
okay.
it's very floral, very. I guess there's juniper. That's what I'm smelling. It's very Louisiana Bayou smelling,
Ew,
not
okay,
corn
that's-
dog,
It's still not.
but good. The good Bayou smell.
Okay. So if you remove all of your preconceived notions about New Orleans, the French Square, and a bayou, and the way those would smell, you're left with what you're actually smelling. Juniper.
Right.
Okay, got it.
You're left with what you would smell at Port Orleans Riverside.
I love it.
And by the way,
Yeah.
I discovered a new smell at Disney that I liked that I never thought I would like.
What's that?
The All-Star Resorts actually have a good smell, too.
Well,
But what
everything
is-
kind of has a Disney World smell to it. I mean, my parents used to talk about that when I was a kid. That there
Yeah.
was always like a Disney World smell.
Yeah.
You know? It's called clean.
Well, no, there was a little bit more than that. It was floral, but I don't know what I mean. I guess the first time I really, truly noticed it was at Beach Club.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Beach
then-
Club's a good one.
Yeah, Beach Club, you have that boom, it hits you as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah.
But I never thought that All-Star would have a smell that hits you as soon as you walked in
They're
the door.
upgrading, man.
They are. They are. I will say this. This is going to sound very bougie. Very bougie. But I think my family of 4 has outgrown the value resort.
What?
Well, okay, so here's the
What are you
deal.
talking about?
Here's the deal. All-Star is great for what it is. It's an easy, quote-unquote, inexpensive way to get to Disney.
It is.
But they've taken away a lot of space in the rooms when they upgraded, quote unquote, upgraded the rooms. They made one of the beds a pull-out Murphy bed. Now, when you bring a stroller in there plus 4 kids or 4
And all your
people and all your bags,
What size is the main bed? Queen?
queen,
Okay.
and the Murphy bed's a queen.
Okay.
So when you pull down that Murphy bed, you have 0 walk-around space.
Okay. Do you sleepwalk
There's-
a lot?
No, but we keep the Murphy bed down because we go back for naps and all that stuff.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we're still in that napping phase, and that's
Okay.
so. I guess when my girls are teenagers, when we go and do all day parks, the value is probably a good deal.
Or when you wake up at 6:30 or 5:30 in the morning.
Oh no, Adam! I woke up at 5.
More,
I was
more
in
on
the
that later when we get to
park.
the details of your trip.
I was in the park by 6 o'clock.
There you go.
So, but anyway, when the girls are all teenagers and we do all day parks, yeah, the values are a good idea.
Yeah.
But as of right now, when we went, I guess it was last year, and did Beach Club, and then also in February we did Wilderness. It was so much room for activities. You
Yes,
walk
because
around.
that's where we want you, is in the room, not spending money.
Well, I know that, but you also as dads, you know that you have to go back and take a nap right now.
Well, and to your point, one of the main pictures on the Disney World website, I think in the hotel category, is a family sitting on a bed doing a puzzle together. That's one of the
Right.
pictures that they show a lot. So
Because
those are your
because
activities.
we do puzzles at Disney World.
Well, and to your point, I mean, you got to keep it down, or you're going to be making it every time. So that's making it to go to bed and making it for nap times.
Right.
Yeah. But at least there's enough bed space for everybody.
Yeah,
There is a
there is.
convenience factor that goes with it.
There is.
But-
But it's when you have to
And that was a big
fold
stroller
up.
you guys had too, though.
Well, that's one we rent.
Yeah.
When we go down with both the girls, we rent a stroller from,
Yep.
not a sponsor, Kingdom Strollers.
Yeah.
Yet, hey, they sponsor the Diz Dads podcast, so
Hmm.
maybe we could
Never know.
talk to them. But anyway, so it's been a long time
It has.
for me. I mean, you talked to everybody last week, and
Oh, and can I say
And-
we're done with the project that I gave everybody like that brief update on? We're finished early.
we are
a
finished.
paper, and we had to take a 2-liter bottle and turn it into like Lin-Manuel Miranda. We're finished.
Wait, you made a 2-liter bottle look like Lin-Manuel
Yeah.
Miranda?
So the head is like, if you go to Hobby Lobby, those foam spheres. And then we took some black yarn and tied it in a ponytail and decorated the 2-liter part of the bottle where it looks like Hamilton clothes.
Right.
And then we screwed the top on and glued the head to the top. So it's like a 2-liter bottle of him dressed as Alexander Hamilton.
Really?
And we're done early. So he gets to go in tomorrow for his birthday. He gets to take a giant... happy birthday, Aiden, by the way. He turns 10
I was going to
tomorrow,
say,
everybody.
yep.
Yep.
10 today, because
10
this show will be released on Wednesday.
That's right. So
So,
10 is everybody's listening to this. And he's taking... There's a place in town called Sip and Dip that makes this gigantic donut that they decorate for birthdays. So he's
Cool.
taking that in. He gets to turn his project in. And then his birthday weekend starts. So
what's his... So who's Lin-Manuel Miranda dressed up as?
Alexander Hamilton. I know Blair's enjoying this right here. You know why?
1776. wait. Let me do...
Where is this?
Pardon me. Are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Oh, sure, sir.
Oh, gosh. But anyway,
Okay,
we're
anyway.
done. I digress, yes.
We're not done, because you know me.
No, we're not. We're done talking about the project. We're moving on
Okay,
to
the
next
project.
topic,
Well,
yes.
well, we got another project that you talked about last week in the show, that YouTube, you know, we got to push people towards YouTube. We have one video. Well, we have a bunch of videos, but they're just
Yeah, they're-
basically
they're
our show.
show, yeah.
On, but we have an actual video.
Skyliner and your first trip to Batu.
Which, by the way, can I say, you released it the day after the incident.
I know. It was
And-
the labor
and
of love.
No, and then I made a comment on. So you said something like, "Oh, this is this is transportation, like the monorail said. Wait. No, the Skyliners were reliable.
Yeah.
As the Skyliner is down because of the incident. So, sorry about that.
Yeah.
And we hope to have a couple more videos here shortly. I'm going on a cruise next month. I hope to get Adam, because Adam is our producer guy of video. Video and audio content, and so I hope to get him the video content for the cruise.
Yeah,
when
that
I
would
go.
be fantastic. So wait, producer of video content,
Right.
audio content, and one more thing.
What's the website?
Yeah.
The website.
Do you want to go ahead and tell everybody?
Well, I mean, if they know the title of our show, Unrelated at Birth. .com.
Oh, it's official.
We have an official website. Which right now it only says we have 3 episodes because we haven't updated it since.
I think the episodes are updated. I think the blog post, the original blog post, is the only one, but the shop is there. All the links to Facebook and YouTube and Stitcher and Apple Podcasts are there. So all the different ways you can interact with us are in one.
What about Instagram? Is it there?
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to add the Insta feed to the homepage.
Our Insta feed is on the homepage?
Well, I got to work on it, but that's the idea. Yeah.
All right.
So,
all right,
hey,
fine.
let me tell you, it's going to be fantastic. But the beauty of it is, it's not wix.something.something.com/unrelatedbirth. It's unrelatedатbirth.com.
.com.
Your source for all things unrelated at birth.
Speaking of, and I told my buddy that I would give him a shout out. Mm-hmm. Turn your Disney company ears off right now. If y'all saw the shirt I was wearing at Magic Kingdom last week, it said Arendelle Ice Company. Mm-hmm. Adam Dale has a great website, Dalester.com.
Adam Dale made a shirt called Arendelle.
Well, yes, but his name is Adam Dale. It's Dalester.com. That's one of the softest shirts I've ever worn. I mean, it was an awesome quality shirt, and it took the same amount of time that Spreadshirt takes to send the Unrelated at Birth stuff. So,
nice.
Dalester.com, check him out. He's got some not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's Disney-ish.
Disney-esque.
Universal-esque. Alabama-esque. Auburn-esque. So there's some cool stuff there.
The last one.
Well, he's trying to. He's a big Alabama fan.
Yeah, I know.
So
why even bother?
Because he's. Why do I have orange stuff on Spreadshirt right now? Because we have to.
I can remove the orange color.
We can. I know. I played with
colors
it.
If you want to.
I've played with it a little bit, but anyway. So we have not gotten onto any topics, but we've been going for 12 minutes, dude.
Isn't it lovely? That's what this whole show is all about.
This is what's wrong when you and I don't record for 2 weeks.
We have to catch up. And the thing is, we saw each other not 4 days ago.
And we talk all the time. So we were going to try to figure out a way to record while I was driving. But for some weird reason, Squadcast doesn't work with iPhones.
Yep.
I was going to put my AirPods in. I was going to let Amanda wear one of them, and she was going to interact. And it was going to be a fun little drive. And you'd hear the car, you'd hear Amanda cursing at me because she doesn't like the way I drive on the interstate. But Squadcast, dadgummit.
It's probably better than that we didn't.
It probably is because you'd hear some cursing and screaming, and you'd hear, "Daddy, I'm bored. Is the iPad charged?"
Shut up! I'm turning this thing around. Go home.
I did threaten that once.
Oh, you have to at least once.
At least once. Anyway, but so the week before, what I was going to talk about on the drive, the reason I played that 1999 clip from the movie Romeo Must Die. I bet it's been a long time since you thought about that movie.
Yeah.
It's called Try Again. But so 1999, the year I graduated high school, 20 years ago, man, we had our 20-year high school reunion. Keep in mind, I graduated with a class of 32. I went to a small private high school. It's still a small private high school, but there's now a lot more kids there.
Yeah.
But we had 9 of our 32 show up, which, if you think about it, it's a pretty big deal.
That's a good percentage overall.
That's a great percentage. And it was a lot of fun. Me and another guy were the only 2 guys that showed up. I had lost touch with probably 2 or 3 of the people that showed up, and we got a lot of talking. We got to hang out. A story that they told me, a story about my freshman year at college that I had totally forgot about. And it was before you even knew me. So, but you would recognize the story if I told it, which why not? So these
You're good
2,
with
well, it tells how kind of type A personality I am. Shocker!
What?
But so Corey Kaysen, you remember him? My original roommate.
I do.
He was one of them there. He had invited 2 of our friends from high school, 2 females, Sarah Martin and Angela Evans, to come hang out with us and stay a weekend with us at Patey. And for some reason, Corey was at his frat house, but Angela and Sarah were sleeping in his bed in Patey, and I was on my top bunk. Mm-hmm. This was a football weekend. Remember, I was in the band. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this story, Adam. My first couple of weeks in the band, I was in the alternate team. Okay. I wasn't on the field. I had never marched before in my life, so they had to ease me into marching.
Yeah.
I had finally gotten a spot because I worked hard. I worked really hard at it. It was probably an 11:30, 12. No, it was a 12 o'clock kickoff. So we had an early band practice, probably 6:38, 7 o'clock, and I had to be at the band field, dressed and ready. My alarm went off, and I slept through it. Mm. And Angela said, "David, do you remember that time?" And I was David in high school, so I was David the whole time at my reunion. Said, "David, do you remember that time that you slept through your alarm in college and you woke up and cried and cried and cried because you thought you were going to miss your band practice?" I said, "You know what, Angela? I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing up that I cried." With my wife sitting right next to me.
Exactly.
She texted me Sunday morning and said, "David, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you." I was like, "Angela, it happened. It's not a big deal. I mean, people know me. They know I get worried." So that's...
Yeah. Well, when it comes to things at Alabama, too, man.
Right, exactly. And, I mean, it's something I took pride in because
big deal.
I was afraid that, I'd worked myself up into a spot to get on the practice or to get on the field marching the halftime show and marching the pregame show. Yeah. And I was afraid that Catherine Scott, I mean, everybody's heard stories about Catherine Scott. I was afraid that Catherine Scott was going to take that away from me. After she talked about it, I did remember the whole story. I made it to the practice field on time.
Wow.
Keep in mind, Adam, I didn't have a car. I had to
Well, it's a good thing you didn't play the tuba.
I know, right?
That would have looked really funny. Wow, man.
So we had story time. We watched our old VHS that we made for our senior chapel. Someone still had a VHS player of all things.
Wow.
We basically sat there and looked through old yearbooks. I brought my old senior memory book, which hindsight 2020 was probably not a good idea because it had like best this, best that I had to put in.
Oh, yeah.
And so all these people that was like, "Wait, you said I was best what?" Oh, okay.
Oh, I see how it is.
Right. So, yeah, anyway. But it was a great time hanging out with people that I hadn't seen in 10 years. I keep up with people on Facebook, but face-to-face interaction, you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
And it was amazing seeing people that I hung out with. And probably one of the biggest compliments I got when that night, they said, one of the girls stopped me and said, "David, we've all decided you haven't changed one bit." I pondered that for a second. Are they saying that I still act like an 18-year-old? Are they still saying that I'm true to myself?
Oh, it's definitely the latter.
Take that definitely. How you will.
You know who you are. Just take solace in that, right?
That's how I'm taking it, and that's why I take pride in that statement.
Oh yeah.
So
nice.
Anyway, there's that, and then the very next day, we get to go to the Coleman County Fair.
Do they have a theme song? Like on the
No, it's
commercials,
not.
do they play like a catchy jingle?
I don't know. I don't
Like
get
they used to
Coleman
play one in
County.
Montgomery for the South Alabama State Fair. People come from miles around. Like that, Is there a
Like
song?
the
No?
Montgomery. It's just like
Montgomery.
it's just like a mini mall.
So
Anyway.
what was the highlight of the Coleman County Fair?
So, have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
I have seen Parks and Rec.
The Harvest Festival? Mm-hmm. I felt like Little Sebastian was going to be around the corner somewhere. I mean, keep in mind, this was a week before we went to Disney.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing all these rides, in quotation marks, rides. And Ellie is wanting to ride these rides.
They're
I'm
more.
like,
I think
honey,
the appropriate term would be mechanical amusements.
mechanical amusements, yes. We rode the Ferris wheel. And I'm okay with Ferris wheels,
Yeah.
normally. But we get up there, and we get halfway up, and they have to stop it for someone else to get
Yeah.
up there. And when it stops, it gets to swaying.
Oh yeah, man.
And it wasn't just a easy Skyliner sway. It was
That's
a...
not a good example. Yet again, you not a good example.
Well, they're back
was it
running now.
Was it a? Oh my gosh! Did they tighten the bolts enough on this one? Sway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And it Amanda was cracking up because she says, David, you ride roller coasters. You make fun of me for not riding roller coasters. What's going on? I said, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to go live on the Unrelated Birth feed. And then it got to that point, and I said, no.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we do the same thing here on the Ferris wheel. We'll all ride it at the fair that comes here in town. And Blair's that way. We get up to the top, and me and Aiden will make it swing. And she gets really nervous about it. Yeah, that's.
I would have
funny.
punched you. I would have punched you.
So let me ask you this: did they have like all you can ride wristbands and
Yeah, they did. They did.
Because I tell you, the fair that comes to town here, they have the Midway and all the rides, and you could literally spend the equivalent of a one-day ticket to Disney at this place.
Yeah.
When it comes to town, it's incredible, and people will do it. They'll spend $40, $50 on a wristband to ride these things all day, and I'm like, for just a little bit more money, if you play your cards right, you could go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Right.
I mean, you know.
So no lie, lunch at the Coleman County Fair was more expensive than lunch at a quick serve at Disney World.
I believe it. Did you have like a donut burger or a fried Twinkie or something crazy? or
No,
was it just
I
normal
had a Philly cheesesteak sandwich
Okay.
and a large root beer just because I needed something to drink.
Okay.
Amanda had a foot-long dip dog or something like that, and the girls had a hot dog,
food? Yeah.
and we ordered some fries,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we paid $58
Wow.
for that.
Wow. Yeah, we'll go on like free admission and then like buy one get one free wristband night or something like that, and then we'll
Yeah.
get the kids a wristband. But they don't go on anything crazy. They like the slides where you hold the mat.
Yep,
sit on the mat and you
Ellie
go on the
rode
slides.
that twice.
Yeah, Aiden likes a little bit more than that now, but we don't put him on a lot. But I mean, this is the normal thing. Do you guys have like a 4-H expo?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Do you? Sometimes the animal exhibits there, like the little hamsters
No,
and stuff like that.
so
My
it
kids
wasn't
love
that.
stuff.
That was
wasn't?
cool. You got to go in. You got to pet the cows. You got to pet the donkeys. That's cool.
But they had like knitting and quilting and pies and all that.
They had pies. They had artwork. They had
Mm-hmm. Those people work hard on that
quilts.
stuff, man.
Answer me this:
Yeah.
they had canning.
Oh, dude.
How can you judge canning? How do you know if it's first place or last place?
There's a way. Have you ever canned
How?
peaches? Have you ever canned peaches?
No.
It is a science. It is a science. I woke up one. You can ask Blair about this story.
How do you judge
I woke
it,
up
though?
one random Saturday and decided I wanted to learn how to can peaches. So I went and bought a bunch of crap and I did it. And I screwed up the first batch and then had to do a second one because it is a science. But how you judge
Drop
it, that's
them
a great
in.
question. No.
You put juice in. You screw the top. I canned it.
You'd get canned if that's the way you did it. Anyway, my favorite thing about our fair, we fall into a little, the Osceola County Fair, is we fall into a little bit of a rhythm where there's a place, they have this trailer that looks like a little bitty log cabin, and they make boiled peanuts and sweet tea. So that's our first stop.
Wait, they get sweet tea in Central Florida?
Oh, yeah. Well, we basically live in the country, man. That's why we moved to the edge of the town that we did. You turn out of our subdivision, and it is nothing but ranchers and farms and stuff.
Adam.
Yeah.
You don't have to be quiet because we always say at the beginning of the show from St. Cloud. You don't have to say that. You said the edge of the town that we did. You could have said the reason we moved to St. Cloud.
So there's so if you look at a map, Dave, and a town has several different edges to it. The edge of town that we moved to is the southernmost point of St. Cloud, where literally if you turn out of our subdivision, we're at the edge of the city limits, so we get all the benefits of being in the city, but we go to church with the farmers and the ranchers and the stuff like that. So anyway,
do they sing millions of peaches, peaches for me?
I don't think anybody's ever heard of the presidents of the United States of America.
Millions of peaches, peaches for free.
So anyway,
peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown.
Ladies and gentlemen, the human jukebox. You don't even need a quarter.
And if I had my way, I'd eat peaches every day.
Hang on, I'm going to go check my email real quick. But the highlight of our fair is the cattle auction, because we know a lot of people from church that actually will. Oh,
the
yes,
catalog show?
Oh, yes, sir. No, a cattle auction.
Oh, cattle auction.
They'll walk out pigs and cows and show the animals that they've raised, and they'll actually auction them off for money. It's really cool.
Well, I went down to the Grundy County auction.
And I saw a pig that I just had to have. Oh, wow, okay. But yeah, we have the same fair. That's funny that you guys have such a good time. But you can blow a lot of money at a joint like that, not even really
but then you walk in, and they had the best gourds, the best ferns, and then they had the best cotton plant. Now, explain this to me.
Yeah.
The best one, the cotton plants that won first prize.
Yes.
The cotton bolls hadn't bloomed yet. So how can you tell me that one is first prize when the one hanging next to it with the cotton bolls that had bloomed won second place?
Were the blossoms big? Have they just have they not opened up yet? But they were pretty big.
They were just normal sized cotton.
How do you know somebody just didn't take a stick and glue some cotton balls to it?
I mean, they could have been walking in high cotton.
Well, old times
there, not forgotten. Those fertile fields are never far away.
I told you he didn't need a quarter. He just does it by himself. He's a mechanical amusement of music. Oh. Well, it sounds like you had a good time at least.
I did. That was a fun, long weekend. That's why I kind of wish that I could have recorded with you on Tuesday last week.
Yeah.
Just because I had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And that was, we condensed it in probably about 15 minutes. I'm proud of us.
Wow, we did.
I know. Look at us.
I'm just in shock.
Look at us.
That's not Vince Gill, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's more like, look at us. Which I have to
leaning
say,
on each other.
Hang on, where's the pause button? Anyway, so
look at you.
I got an email. I'm just going to keep going. Give me the ambiance. I'm just going to keep talking. I got an email that the Eagles are doing a Hotel California tour.
In Orlando?
The closest show is in Atlanta in February. And it's very limited. It's only like 10 shows or something crazy like that. And so I was really excited. I looked it up, and I saw that Vince Gill had joined the Eagles.
Yeah, because one of their...
Yeah, but I know. People are getting old. And
one of their guys
passed away and all that. But his voice is so distinctive, there's no way it meshes in. There's no way it sounds like the Eagles of old. It's not possible. He sounds like if a willow tree was a person that sang, it would be Vince Gill.
Look, so my mom, honestly,
weeping willow just blowing in the breeze, it would be Vince Gill. There's no way.
I can remember riding in the car with my mom. I was too young to drive. And Mom would turn on, hey, Blair. Mom would turn on.
It was actually Google talking. I don't know why she decided to pipe in. Anyway, go ahead.
Mom would turn on the radio and Vince Gill would come on, and Mom would do her the whole little She said, David, when I die, that's what the angels are going to sound like.
Hey, you know what? Everybody's got their own taste in music, and that's just not my particular cup of tea.
Speaking of taste,
yes,
you've got something you want to rant on. As you're drinking your "but that's not my problem" cup.
See, that's right. Do you want to give me a lead in, or are you just gonna?
No, just you do you.
You do you. Okay.
You do you tonight.
So, I've probably talked about this before, Dave. And I don't want to go on too much of a rant, because the whole premise behind our show is that life has so much to enjoy that we talk about everything. Because why would you only want to talk about one or two things, right? Let's talk about.
We did for a year and a half. Only talk about one thing,
and that's why we creaed the new one. This one we're on now, because we want to talk about
hotness.
more than that. The new hotness.
The new hotness.
The new hotness. But I see too many posts, and it's not just the Skyliner. The Skyliner was one of the things that led to it, but there are little instances that people pull out of something at Disney World not being perfect or something like that. And I've seen Twitter posts where people say they're more of a Universal fan more and more every day now that Disney's definitely on the decline, or that's the general opinion they have. I'm not towing the company line. I have a plea for everybody. In the world that we live in today, can we just get back to enjoying things? When you ride Expedition Everest and you get to that part where the projector is showing the Yeti shadow on the cave wall, and it's the menu of the projector instead of that, is that irritating? Is it like, really, you had one job? Yes, it absolutely is. Does it make you want to go ride Fast and the Furious? Are you shaking your head no, Dave? You can say it out loud. It's okay. This is an interactive segment.
Oh, wait, no, it does not.
I mean, it's like, let's remember what ride we're on at the same time that happens. Yeah, a lot of little things do add up over time, but Universal's better, Disney's better, this is ranked over that. Here's our, and I'll even go into some of our shtick that we do, Dave. Which one's the better Halloween Horror Nights house? It's cool to rank that stuff and have a preference, but to put things at the bottom and say, I would never do that again, and all of that.
Hey, my wife is home.
Holy cow. Sound like a whole herd of turtles ran through your living room. Anyway, but I just have a plea for the world. With everything going on right now, can we not gripe about everything? Can we just enjoy stuff and just realize that life is here to be enjoyed? That's my plea. I'm not going to make it as much of a rant as you probably expected me to.
Let me ask you this, Adam.
I mean, come on.
Let me ask you this.
Please.
So, when Skyliner broke down, what was your first reaction? Because I remember. What was it that you said?
That I was disappointed?
No.
What did I say? I honestly don't remember.
You said this is a Universal thing. This isn't a Disney thing.
Sorry, Joey, but that's I don't know. You just don't expect that kind of news to come out of Disney World. You just don't.
Right.
And for something like the Skyliner, where we watched how long that thing ran, Dave. How long they ran that thing with nobody on it. And it finally gets people on it and something happens. I think the good news is at the end of the day with that kind of a situation that, yeah, it happened. They learned from it. Nobody was really seriously injured. And now it's probably never going to happen again. So is it the best of a worst scenario? Possibly. But yeah, I was disappointed. But that doesn't mean that I'm never going to ride it, or that I would say that someone else's resort is better than Disney because they had a snafu in transportation or something. I mean, things happen, and let's just still enjoy it for what it is,
Yeah. So here's my thing. Universal is Universal.
I love Universal. We have annual passes. We love it to death.
It's a fun place to ride the movies. Yeah. But in riding the movies, you're riding a screen ride. Mm-hmm. I go to Disney for the experience. I texted you a couple of pictures.
Yep.
A picture of Ellie and a picture of Harper. Just enjoy moments.
Yeah.
You don't get those on a screen ride.
Yeah.
The people hopefully the people that are listening to us are have liked us on Facebook and they've seen my videos from Disney. The joy that you see on my kids' face when they're riding the teacups of all things. Yeah. When Ellie rides Goofy, when I show you Harper behind me in Dumbo, you don't get the joy on their face on the screen rides.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing about it too is if you think about some of the screen rides, Fast and the Furious, Jimmy Fallon, They're good. I mean, solid rides. The problem with Fast and the Furious is it was pulled out of Hollywood as a direct lift, and it was done a long time ago, so it feels old already, even though it's quote new. That's really the problem with that one at the end of the day. But something like Jimmy Fallon, it's fun. My kids love it, but I'm not sitting there with 3D glasses on in a dark theater holding my phone, capturing their reaction.
Right.
Like on Dumbo, and that's the thing that I think that you can't replicate is that shot on Dumbo is almost a rite of passage now.
Yeah.
It's like a quintessential American thing, like baseball and apple pie, right? And it's really a quintessential international thing because of all the people that come from around the world, and that's hard for anybody to replicate. And that for me is where it's like, yeah, you have a couple of snafus, but let's just remember the overall product. I mean, it's 30 odd square miles of stuff.
No, it's 40. What they say in the skyline?
Go ahead,
45. It's 45 square miles.
Thank you.
The size of San Francisco, double the size of Manhattan.
Listen, you were actually listening. Wow. I don't know why I sound so impressed about that, but you were listening.
I was listening.
But it's huge, and there's a lot to do there. And one snafu in one small location still have a lot to make up for that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that it's just like, go enjoy the stuff that you're there to enjoy. But
I agree.
It's just with everything, with sports and with theme parks.
Don't get into sports because you and I differ. You and I differ when it comes to sports.
We do differ on that, and we differed on that Facebook post about the 2008, 8 or 9 Alabama Tennessee.
It was 2009.
2009, yeah, yeah, because Aiden had just been born. Yeah,
right. You say, remember when a 12-10 Alabama Tennessee game was fun to win? That wasn't fun to me, Adam.
Why
do you
wasn't
remember?
It fun to you?
You've watched games with me.
Yes.
When we are down, and it takes years off of my life.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's use a different example than Tennessee, because Tennessee brings a whole other, as we've seen on Facebook, a whole other dynamic to the situation. I think it was 2002. No, 2001, Alabama Ole Miss, because my senior year we played in Oxford. Somewhere in there, we played Ole Miss in Tuscaloosa. We beat them in overtime.
Pants off.
It was the year we had to do a field goal in overtime to win.
Okay.
And we were ecstatic that we beat Ole Miss at home by a field goal in overtime.
Because we never won. We never won then.
No, Dave. It was fun. Everything was fun. Here we are today. We beat Texas A&M. By 3 scores? Ish. And all we're like is, I can't believe we let them score 28 points. I can't believe it. They have Kellen Mond. Our defense isn't what it used to be this year. Of course they put up 28 points.
Of course our defense isn't good. See, now, okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Do it. Go. Herd of turtles running through the room. Here we go.
No, I'm doing the sideline warning music. Because here we go. We're going on sports, and we didn't mean to get on this tangent.
We can talk about anything we want.
Kellen Mond is not a good quarterback.
Okay.
Kellen Mond is a running quarterback, a mobile quarterback,
and
the type of quarterback that has always given Saban weakness.
Yeah.
Who is Alabama going to face when they face LSU? Joe Burrow, who is a running quarterback. But he is a running quarterback now.
He is this year. I think who they've played hasn't really been as good as they think. Anyway, let me ask you this. How big does the margin have to be? What is against Texas A&M? What should the score have been?
Texas A&M should not have scored 28 points.
Okay.
We should have only given up 14 points.
Let's instead of looking at what
if Tennessee scores 2
2
touchdowns, I will be furious leaving that stadium at midnight.
Come on. Are you
furious?
You're not going to smoke a cigar?
Oh, I'll smoke my smoke. I'll drink my little drink and I'll smoke my little smoke.
Come on, man.
You like my Eric Church reference?
I did like Eric Church reference. But if we beat them, if they scored 17 or 21, come on.
Pissed.
Wow.
Pissed.
Wow.
And what's funny, so taking it back, since you bailed on me. I
didn't bail on you. My son has
for good reasons.
Party, you jerk.
For good reasons. For good reasons. I just got a text that said I'm too loud.
Well, so is she with her big footsteps with a herd of turtles up there. Anyway,
she listens now, by the way, so I hope she hears that.
Good. I hope she listens later when we play my mom's voicemail. She'll love it. Anyway,
I know, right? But anyway, I'm going with, since you bailed on me for good reason,
I actually invited my best friend from high school, who I hadn't seen in 20 years.
Nice.
So Kevin is going to hang out with me again.
Kevin,
and
when Tennessee scores 21, you're going to have a horrible night. I'm warning you right now.
Oh, he already knows. He knows what type of Bama fan I am. He knows old school Dave.
Yeah.
No, he knows David.
Wow.
So that tells you how old school he knows.
Right.
So he remembers that David. So
Wow.
it's going to be fun. Okay, we've got voicemails.
We do.
God.
One of them, my mom actually makes a really solid point about our last discussion about throw pillows when our spouses
pillows.
were on.
The spousal
So,
units.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, on our website,
Yes.
unrelatedbirth.com,
Yes.
go to the shop tab.
Yes.
That is so cool that we can say that. There are throw pillows that you can buy.
Right. I mean, how could we not have one of those?
It's kind of on brand
actually,
now.
that might end up being one of the most diverse products we have when we're done with all the designs we could have. Like something that says "Don't sit here," or "Home is not where your rump rests," like a Timon and Pumbaa kind of thing.
I like it. I like it
So
a
don't
lot.
worry, there'll be some coming.
Hey,
right.
by the way,
Yeah.
now that we have a website, now that we have some merch,
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might be time for a giveaway.
A giveaway. You're gonna give it away, give it away, give it away now?
Give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
All right, sorry everybody, I did that one. That was my fault.
So, I'm thinking we are going to put the website out on the Facebook page tomorrow.
We are. Or today for everybody listening.
Well, I'm going to do it today.
Wednesday. Okay.
I need people to like and comment and share.
All three?
Like,
Trifecta.
comment, and share.
Okay.
And comment that you've shared. We'll be able to see that you've shared.
We ain't gonna let nobody cheat.
We ain't gonna let no cheater. You know why? Hey, you know why they can't do this in the jungle, right?
Why?
There's too many cheetahs. But so like, comment, and share, and we'll do a random drawing.
Okay.
I think there's a little automizer thing that we can pick
we
throw
got it.
names in.
Yeah.
Okay,
We got it.
we'll do a random drawing for a T-shirt,
How about for an item of their choice?
an item of your choice.
Which will be a throw pillow, no doubt, because that is.
Probably not, because it's not the pillow. It's just the
Who doesn't want our logo in their house?
Amanda.
She's not going to like, comment, and share. So
Well, remember, Amanda said that she'll wear the logo, but she won't wear our faces.
that's right. So we made her own logo. You're welcome.
We did, and I've got it on my hat right now. It's
That's
a
right. The
distressed
distressed logo. All right, so
Which-
we'll get that on Facebook.
We need to work on the front of it, but of the hat. but
It's a work in progress. It's a labor.
it's a
of
work in
love.
progress. You're right.
All right, so speaking of throw pillows, let's go ahead now
Okay,
and let's hear my mom's perspective on the subject.
Kathy.
Here we go.
Hi guys, this is Kathy from Florida. I enjoyed your pillow fight episode and I have some comments about one of the topics you discussed, which is not using the decorative towels in the bathroom. While I realize that everyone does what works best for their family, in our home, the towels that hang in the bathroom are just there for decoration, much like a piece of art, a statue, or a photograph of Adam. If someone dries their hands on a hand towel from the drawer instead of the hanging towel, the bathroom always looks lovely. It's always been very important to me that our home be neat and clean at all times, not for guests, but for our family. It's part of my love language. It's one of the ways I show love. As for lots of pillows, think of it this way. Even though no one else may see them, she still takes the time to place those pillows in just the right spot. It's very possible that could be one of the ways she shows love. So next time you see all those pillows, take the time to tell her how much you appreciate all she does to make your home beautiful, and be grateful that she cares enough to do so. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to my opinions. Till the spire.
Kathy, why do you have to shame me so?
And me, I'm the one that brought up the hand towels.
But I'm also the one that said I hate all the pillows. You say that I should bow down to Adam's birthday weekend, and you say I should... Kathy, I thought I was your favorite non-son son.
Well, you are. That's why she can be so honest with you.
That's very true.
I knew we were in for it as soon as I heard the tone of her voice. I knew we were in for it, man.
Well, I thought that she was reading it first.
No,
I thought that she
used to be a teacher. That's her teacher voice.
I know.
It's like,
that's her teacher voice.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So,
so
next time I go over to their house, I might Facebook Live the towel and be like, "Hey, everybody, I'm not using the towel."
This is
and
her
here's all the
love
pictures
language.
of me.
This is her love. Yeah. When she said a picture of Adam, I said,
Not
which
a.
one? Yeah. There's thousands in that house.
There's a funny story. One of the first times, no, I don't think it was one of the first times, but Aiden was young, and he spent the night over there. He was probably 3, and he looked in the living room and he went, "Whoa, daddy, 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 daddy." And it's the first time he'd ever realized it. It was funny. Anyway.
So what's funny is when my kids go to mom and dad's house now,
Yes.
it's not daddy, daddy, Uncle Bert. It's Aunt Holly, mommy, 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 Aunt Holly, mommy, mommy. We've been replaced by our wives and our kids.
Yeah.
So be lucky that you're still on the walls. Max, stop climbing the walls.
So can we say, before we move on to the next voicemail, can we say thank you to our wives for
Thank
your
you
love languages and the way that
for-
you show that you care for us?
Thank you for
Thank you for being a friend. Anyway, sorry.
traveled up the road and down again.
You got some throw pillows. Anyway, sorry.
You're a friend and a confidant.
All right, round 2. Ready?
Okay, guys, you asked for it, you got it. This is a random question. It's a 2-part question if you answer yes to the first part. The first part of the question is, do you like the taste of mayonnaise? If you answered yes, then the second part of the question is, when you open a new jar, do you lick that little dollop off the top that you pull off there? That's the question you need to ask your listeners.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
But do you? It's an interesting case study in human behavior. When you peel that little seal off of the mayonnaise, do you lick the dollop of mayonnaise off there?
No.
You don't?
I like mayonnaise, but I don't
See, I do.
like. I like to eat it by itself.
Can I tell you why I played this though? So my
Yeah.
dad asked
well,
all
because,
of us that. My dad
because
asked-
your mom, because you have to have your mom and your dad on the same show.
No, that is not true. The reason is because I opened a Duke's mayonnaise. Check it out. This was literally yesterday. I opened a Duke's mayonnaise and pulled the seal off. There was nothing. On
Not
the
a
seal.
dollop?
Nothing. Not a single molecule of mayonnaise. It was perfectly clean. And I'm like, we have this question. I've experienced
play
something
it.
where I didn't even have a choice to lick the dollop off. It's like the universe was preventing me from doing something that I actually like to do. It's a shame.
Well, that's a downright.
So I want to
shame.
know. I want to know what everybody does when you open a mustard or a ketchup or a mayonnaise or a peanut butter, a sour cream,
Now,
a
peanut
like
butter,
French onion dip.
now peanut butter and
scrape the
French
top-
onion dip. Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you lick it or do you scrape it off with a chip?
Scrape it with a chip.
Okay. All right.
Now, if it's the little thing you pull off of a Ben and Jerry's and you throw
Yeah.
it away,
Yeah.
I'll lick the
You'll
heck
lick
out of that
yeah.
one.
You know
Yeah.
what my guilty pleasure when it comes to licking the seal that comes off of something is sour cream. I have an unhealthy addiction to sour cream. So there you go. There's your random topic for the day.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of random topic,
Yeah.
this hasn't come up since our first episode, but I just have to bring it up because it happened this Saturday.
Okay.
Or this Sunday. I know we don't watch NASCAR much anymore,
No.
but this weekend was Dega.
Yep.
Did you see what happened?
The car that flipped and landed?
No. They brought out the number 3 that won in 2000.
Oh, really?
His last NASCAR win,
Wow.
and Richard Childress got into the seat and drove a lap.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's pretty cool.
because it was the 20th anniversary of all that. Mm-hmm. So it's that
Wow.
the number 3, the actual car rode a lap.
I'm amazed
again.
that they still have that. I mean, I guess not, because most of the race shops are museums, right? In
Yeah.
North Carolina and all that. But that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome. Well, that was like
so-
that was like going to Dega. And when we went, they had
We went to
they had Bobby Allison's car, Bill Elliott,
and they had
one of Bill Elliott's cars.
Yeah, mhm.
Yeah, that old gold
They had
Miller
actual.
Lite,
It was Bobby Allison.
yeah,
It was a Bobby because it was one of the Alabama boys.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was. And that's part of the reason I didn't drive back through Talladega. I actually went through Anniston.
Yeah.
Because the trip you and I took in 2001, I was not going to get stuck in that traffic.
I'm telling you, man.
Ah, that was bad. Okay. We still have to talk about a Disney trip.
Yeah,
But if we do, it's probably going to be another hour.
and it's a ready-made next show. Look at that.
It is.
I love it.
And you know what's funny?
What's funny?
So we just left, 4 days ago? Mm-hmm. Let me pull up my countdown here.
Oh, good Lord.
We'll be back in Orlando in 36 days.
Yeah, yeah. You're almost less than a month.
Yep.
I love it.
So, yeah. We'll be back.
Yeah, that'll be a
And
good
I'm-
show though, because we had a lot of fun at Epcot that last night.
Yeah, we
over there,
did.
so
And
we'll have
our
some good
girls,
stories
man.
on that one.
Our girls, you cannot tell me they've really only hung out with each other 2 times.
I know.
Because they act like they've been best friends their entire life.
Yeah. Well, we'll give more details in the next episode, so you got to listen. But basically, the stroller was being pushed that Dave brought with Ellie in one seat, Emma in the other seat, and Harper in Emma's lap.
Until
I mean,
Harper
that's-
fell out of
until
Emma's lap.
Harper- yeah. I mean, that's where we were for most of the night. It's so funny.
I'll tell you, dude. It's amazing how the second generation
Yeah,
are basically friends just like you and I.
it's true.
And our wives claim they saw Nick Lachey.
Yeah, they claim it.
I don't believe it.
I don't either.
So, I just heard of turtles stomping.
She heard you say Nick Lachey. Now she's like looking around the house.
Nick Lachey? Where? Squirrel. Anyway, okay. So, the beginning of the show, we talked about something new.
Yep.
So, Adam, the old way of getting a hold of the show is
650 UAB show. And who knows,
And-
the new website might have some new way. You guys will have to keep checking back because we're going to be adding stuff. So, but for now, 650 UAB show. Give it a call. It's toll free on your cell phone, I guess.
speaking of toll. Speaking of toll.
Yeah.
So, we left Disney about 4:00 in the morning on Saturday.
I still can't believe that.
Hey, I made it
Go
back
ahead.
by game time.
I mean, you know what?
And the first road you come to the back out of Disney is a
429.
toll road. Yeah, 429, and then you get onto the actual Florida Turnpike.
Yep.
I missed the toll road. And I'm going to get a picture email.
No, they'll tell you by they'll charge you by plate.
Right, so I'll get
You'll get a little bill. Yeah.
of
Thank
what,
you for
$2?
your money. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, $2.
They add an administrative fee to it. So.
Whoop-dee. Okay, so I owe the state of Florida probably $2.50.
Yeah, but $2.50 times 1 million people—that's a lot of money.
Can I pay that online? Actually,
I think you should be able to. Yes.
okay. I mean, I'll be back in Florida in a month. But
Just-
I mean,
just throw an extra quarter in that next time you come through.
throw an extra dime
I'm
in the
square.
plate.
We're square.
So anyway, okay. So you got the birth line 650 UAB show.
Yep.
But now, unrelatedатbirth.com.
Sounds good, and it just rolls off the tongue.
It rolls off the tongue. Although I'm used to when I type in unrelated at birth, I'm used to typing in spaces, and so I did that. I was like, wait, no, you have to no spaces.
Yep.
So we've got unrelatedbirth.com. We've got our Twitters at dadams419, which you'll see on my bio at unrelatedbirth.com.
Yep.
At RunTideRun, which you'll see on his bio on unrelatedbirth.com.
That's right.
And then the show is not related bros.
Bros.
And then the show is also unrelated at birth on the Insta, which we've got a lot of pictures on the Insta now lately.
Yeah, that's why I want to get the feed up. So
You're welcome.
you're welcome. Yeah, because
You're
that's all
welcome.
you, dude. I don't understand. I try to post a picture like, no, put it on your story. I'm like, what?
He doesn't know how to do an Insta story, folks.
I don't.
He doesn't know how to do an Insta story.
I don't.
He is less than a year older than me, and he acts like he's 50.
I don't even know how to open Instagram.
I don't even know what them Snapchat ghost things are. What is this?
I
bet
downloaded
he
TikTok thinking it was a clock from my phone.
I bet he doesn't even have a Snapchat.
I have Snapchat. I send my kids, like we did it at Skyline.
Yeah, I know.
I send my kids a funny picture every day before school. So
Okay,
I do have
okay.
Snapchat. But I don't use it for anything other than
I was going to say, do you know how to use it?
that's the only thing I do with it.
All right, guys. So you will hear next week about my Disney trip with my kids, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of other things to rant about.
No doubt.
But remember, guys, and we're not going to do our outro that we had done before because I'm going to drop this one on Adam.
Oh, this is on the fly.
Remember the old way we did things on Sideline Warning when it was Tennessee Week? Mm-hmm. I think we need to end Unrelated at Birth with a hashtag Tennessee Hate Week.
Okay.
So go ahead. Do you have a good hashtag Tennessee Hate Week?
Gosh, I don't know that I do. Why don't you go first? Give me a time to ruminate since you're dropping this on me.
Okay, well, I've got a couple of them.
Okay.
No Tennessee fan has ever been able to get on Twitter and brag about beating Alabama. Tua Tagovailoa was 8 years old the last time Tennessee beat Alabama.
How about this? My son that turns 10 tomorrow didn't even exist the last time Tennessee beat Alabama.
You and Blair weren't even married the last time Tennessee beat Alabama.
You just blew my mind on that one. There you go.
You and Blair were living. No, you've been at 15 years. Okay, never mind.
Here's what the ticket to a Disney World for a one-day ticket was $5. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
It's not that much.
Well, here you go. The last time Alabama lost to Tennessee,
Yes,
Nick Saban was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
that's right.
And their starting quarterbacks were Dante Culpepper and Joey Harrington.
Wow. That's saying something.
This is bringing it back to the company line for you.
Okay.
The last time Tennessee beat Alabama, Miley Cyrus was still a virgin from Hannah, Montana.
What year was that? The last time Tennessee beat Alabama?
2006.
2006.
The last time Tennessee beat Alabama, there were no iPhones.
That's right. Hang on. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm Googling. I know, guys. Hang on. So in 2006...
What was a gallon of gas in 2006?
In 2006... Well, shoot. This is not good radio because I can't find it.
Okay.
I was just going to say, so in 2006, the price of a one-day admission base ticket for an adult at Walt Disney World was $63.
Are you kidding me?
I think that's about half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney Quest was still open. No, that's not a good one.
In 2006, a movie ticket was $6.04.
Wow. Gallon of gas, 2006. Yeah, this is on the fly, and we've actually turned it into a whole thing. A gallon of gasoline was $3.03, so that doesn't go very well.
No. The federal minimum wage was $5.15.
I turned 40 next year, and I was only 26. How about that?
A loaf of bread was 97 cents.
Wow.
A computer was
And that's something,
$2.99.
I don't want to take us down another tangent, but bread's gotten expensive.
Yeah, it has. That's
Holy
why.
cow.
Yeah.
It's just bread, man.
A new car with loaded was $28,800. Monthly rent for a 3-bedroom house was $950. The average annual income was $37,900.
Wow. There you go. It's been a long time. And that goes back.
Been a long time.
Oh, look at
Should have
that.
left you. All right, guys. Well, we don't say this one on the show every week, but we mean it every time we end the show. We're not going to do our normal ending because this is hashtag Tennessee Hate Week.
You got it.
But guys, we love the fact that y'all listen to us. We don't get to say that on the show like we used to with our new way of ending the show, but we love each and every one of you that listens to the show. You take time out of your busy schedules to listen to us, and that means a lot to us. Sappy, we know, but
it's true.
We're just two guys that would normally talk like this over text and email and phone calls, but we're doing this with a microphone in front of us, and you take time out of your you get to share our goofiness, or as my wife calls it, corniness.
Anyways, we love you guys, and since it's that great time of the year, roll tide. We'll see y'all next week.